Hello. Hope you can hear me. Yeah.
Morning. Andy left.
Hello. Good evening. Happy Tuesday.
Hello. Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, thank God. One day closer to the weekend. Can't come fast enough. Our like main server hosts at work got except for the cyber attack, and it like has disconnected our server entirely. So we're like basically like can't even do shit properly, and it's horrible. I just want to end. Yeah, it's not.
All right, is that better?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Maybe just type it.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me still?
Okay.
Can you remind me what I put in to make everything look a little bigger? I forgot to do it before I joined. Thanks.
The password to join the campaign.
No.
All right, let's see.
I think you have to put the other way / Frederick. Forward slashes?
Yeah, I did the second time.
Okay. Awesome.
Thanks.
Yep. Let's see. Inside the game, we have Frederick, Meth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know some of your fantasy ground names, so I don't know who Burning. We got Burning Alexia.
I didn't get to type it in when you said that. How can I do my last minute prep? So I was thinking in my game, I call that prep. The hour before.
My last minute prep was actually just me sitting here drawing, waiting for the time to get the game going. I already had everything ready.
I feel that.
Yeah. I did a lot of drawing this past 2 weeks. I think I did more drawing for this campaign than I did actual have to do prep work. Not that bad. All right, who is who do we still not have in Fantasy Grounds?
Working on it here.
I'm not quite in yet.
Is Joe coming tonight?
I don't know. He didn't say he wasn't.
Right.
I mean, I assume he's gonna make it. I just don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. If worse comes to worse, we'll start without him and we'll have him play catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Except he's kind of the tank, so.
Well, we got two new meat shields, right?
I'm an off tank, I guess.
Well, if you can take damage, that's good enough, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a question. So I'm just looking at my standard actions.
Yes.
And my basic melee says it's strength versus AC. So I would add my strength bonus. I mean, I know it does it automatically. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, it automatically adds your strength modifier. Yeah.
Another one says Dex versus AC, so then it would be my Dex modifier instead of my strength for attack.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I see you have 2 basic ranged attacks. Does that show that on your side?
Yeah.
That is odd. I'm going to remove one of those because you don't need 2. Just clutters it up. Hopefully I don't break this by doing this.
That's good.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
No problem.
And I did notice another error on mine. I do not have the barbarian. What is that basically?
Which barbarian thing?
Let's see. One of them. Oh, the armored agility. I don't actually have that. Yeah, no. The one that you get for a hybrid is the rampage. You would get armored agility as an option if you took the hybrid power feat for it. I did that with the sorcerer one.
Let's see, you have barbarian armored agility. So because you have...
Yeah, I shouldn't have that.
You shouldn't or should?
Should not.
Okay, because I think the sheet that I made through Hero Lab said that's what you have. Yeah, usually I don't allow people to choose hybrids because I don't understand hybrid classes very well. But figure this out. Okay, so you should have unarmored agility. Is that right?
What? No, I should only have the barbarian rampage. That's the only one I should have.
Okay, so I'll take out the armored agility then.
Yes, so that takes out proficiency and that bonus, but because whenever the rampage is the only one that you get for being a hybrid barbarian.
Okay.
Base. Get the additional one if you took a hybrid talent feat and then chose it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll just.
I want the dragon magic. It's like
brief on this hide armor here.
TE.
Let's see here. That was, I believe it said 30 gold before I deleted it. No, 25 because you would be 100 total. All right. Just so you're not naked, I'll just put cloth armor.
I'm a robot. It's fine. I don't think.
Oh, you are.
I don't think public indecency applies.
Okay, well, yeah, I forgot about that. You're Warforged. Got it. All right.
So my AC should be lower as well.
Introducing the first atomically correct.
Let's see. For AC, then you only get your.
Yeah, it would just be my strength modifier.
Okay, your strength
from the swords.
So armor removed. Strength modifier is 4, so let's put that to miscellaneous to 4, and your AC should be 14, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so the damage sucker has been reduced. Oh yeah, let's go.
Joe, you're there. I see you.
Yeah, I'm here. No,
Thought you forgot.
no, I didn't forget it. Is that with the bathroom and lost track of time a little bit.
It happens to the
Nap in
best
the
of us.
bathroom?
Yeah.
All right. When you guys connect, did you see the message of the day or?
I did see a message of the day with the static and the. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. Doing well.
You're all going to die down there. That's heavy.
Again, Miss Titanic, the engineer, no overshadowing whatsoever.
Hey, Jake's a clever and subtle writer.
Alright, we're still waiting for a couple of you to get into Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, it crashed on me and restarted.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know if anyone can get that. My status thing on Discord? It was a play on yours, but it's in reference to a really weird old TV show. I want to see if anyone recognizes that one.
Nope.
You search Garth Mahaney's Dark Place. It is so messed up. It's a wonderful show.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
I'll post one. It's like comedy horror, like they did it like it's a commentary over the movie. It's so weird. So it's like Leslie Nielsen kind of style deadpan, but a horror, but done like 80s style. It's wonderfully twisted.
Interesting. So while we're getting the last couple people in here, does anybody want to give a recap of what happened last time, just in case no one read the recap that I posted?
Yes, we should for the two new folks. So we started out on a ship and met the lovely crew. So the ship is the SSS Portable Hold.
Yes.
And we were told that adventure and money awaits. And it's about 5 days to get to our destination on this ship. And the ship is captained by a dwarf, Captain Starpuncher. The head engineer is Miss Titanic. The chef was Chef Smokey. And the first mate, that's the hard. First mate, Tukan. Chef Tukan. Or Tuakan. Tukan. That's the first mate. Yeah. Anyway, we were searching the ship just for giggles and grins, and our little halfling friend heard something in the lower deck, so we decided, hey, she decided to go look for it, and we decided to follow, and happened to be down in the cargo hold, or there's a engine room, yeah, and yeah, it would happen to be plagued by a bunch of acid-spitting mutant rat. Space rats, yeah, and we were dealing with those guys, and then we found the king rat, who kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We slew said big rat, but it kept growing, so we took cover, and it exploded in a bloody acid wretch. And yeah, I'm sure everything is perfectly fine now, so we're going upstairs to tell the captain what happened. Our first quest was space rats.
Hey, it could have been normal rats, but that would have been fun as all, would it?
Acid feels so different on ship than it does if you're just on land. Eating through the ship feels very good.
It could have been Mall Rat. That's the other one.
Alright, so that is a pretty good recap of what happened. Real fast, I'm going to award experience points for that last battle, because I forgot to do that last time.
Yay, experience.
Yeah, I don't like the whole milestone, you just level up when I tell you to thing. I like the experience points. Makes you feel like you earn it.
Anyway, I level up, I feel good about.
It's true. Makes you feel you earned it. It's true.
So either way, you will eventually level up, hopefully, if you don't all die. Let's see. Okay, party sheet. Dragoon is not in the party because she has been replaced. She is not there anymore. Don't know how to delete her, so we'll just leave her there for the moment. Oh, that is strange. I can't delete Dragoon from the party sheet. I don't want her eating your experience points. That would be bad.
Can we kill her and get her experience?
See, that's where the funny part is, because she's actually level 25.
Oh,
So
great.
she's
A lot of
still more experience.
Can we tickle her and get...
Okay, as soon as she heard the word tickle, she disappeared from the sheet, so I think that must have worked. Scared her off.
Salazar knows the ways of women.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Experience points. Okay. Let's see. So you in a moment, you should all have 100 experience points. So let's see if this works. Did that work? Does everyone have 100
Yes.
experience?
Got it.
Yep.
All right, Corinth, you should have. I'll fix it, but it should say out of 1,000 for your next level. I'll fix that. There you go. Yeah, you all have 100 experience points. Does anybody remember who killed how many rats?
Mm.
Who killed a rat?
No, I got one.
You killed one.
Pretty sure he killed one. So I promised I'd kill it last.
Right.
Like, because there are how many rats we did?
Yeah.
Four?
I killed 2 rats. I killed 2 rats.
Joe killed a lot.
I killed 2. And the rest of you guys, there's like 3 rats in you guys. So I don't know how many rats you guys killed.
There were a total of 5 rats, including the queen king rat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed 2 of them. So I don't know who killed the other 3.
The one that was facing off of me, I think Barney took that one. Right?
All I remember is Barney said he would kill him last, I guess?
Yeah, and then someone killed that one, and then I said I'd kill another one last. And then I actually killed that one.
Okay.
It's possible I got 2. I remember 1. I'm not going to remember things very well. I think it's...
I didn't do blow by blow on the battle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I
But
ask
I'm
is
very
because...
excited to have hit something. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Yeah. No. Like as a Torg, as I was, I'm pretty sure you killed one though.
I know Torque killed at least 1.
Yeah.
True.
I didn't kill any of them, I just set them up.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, you're a healer, so that's what I do.
Not healer, I'm the buffer.
Oh, the buffer. Oh, fire buffer, that's cool. That's all good.
There's no healer. We just have buffers.
No, it's all good. Yeah, well, party buffer's not bad. It's all good.
Yep.
We lost
Very good.
Alex. I think we bored Alex to death.
He said his computer froze.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see it, yeah. Yeah, Fantasy Grounds does that.
It does. So you'll finish your guns.
The reason I ask about the rats, who killed how many rats, is you when you kill an enemy, you automatically will all get some of these for winning the battle. But if you kill an enemy, you get an extra one. They're called chain links, and you'll see it under your treasure on your inventory page. I'm
Mm.
not going to say what they're used for, or if they're used, or if they're good, or if they're going to kill you eventually. But we'll see.
Nice.
I mean, they could just, kill you. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think sure.
The worst D&D game ever. Being a murder hobo gets you killed for sure.
Okay, there. All right, sure, there we go. That's what I see. There we go.
It tracks though.
All right, so you guys. Okay, let's see. We're still waiting for Alex because his computer restarted apparently. All right. Did you guys happen to see a picture of Gary Gygax on the
I
chat?
see. Yep, I see him.
Okay, I have no idea why that's there, but I mean, apparently, I guess that's my icon.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried to put my own custom icon, and somehow I got Gary. So I don't know. It's his spirit watching over us. Let's see here. Okay. As soon as we get Alex back in here, hopefully we'll get started. In the meantime, did you guys, who's in here, say you all saw the message of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 yes.
Oh yes, yes, I did see it. Nizun.
That is affirmative.
Okay, and Joe, did you see the message of the day? Did you lose track of time again?
Yeah, I saw it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was on mute to CCY, so.
Alright. Awesome. Never sure if that works or not, the message of the day thing. But yeah, basically that plays when the red light starts flashing and nothing bad at all is happening, as the machinery is glowing yellow as it's melting down.
Okay, we have an engineer.
Yes, you have one engineer, and you have how many engines? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you all know engineering.
Hey, guys, we're screwed, guys. We're screwed. This shit's going down. Escape pods. Escape pods for the win. That's what it is.
You may be able to save the ship. We'll get to that, though. We're going to do a skill challenge starting off, so I'll just let you know that ahead of time. Start thinking of ways you possibly could fix the ship with your skills. We will not roll anything yet, but
That's cool.
start thinking of it.
Are we still downstairs?
Yes,
Are
you are
we
still in the engine room. Let me
in
see.
the dark, right?
Yes. If you do not, if the map should be showing now for everybody.
Dark vision. I don't even know.
I think someone hit a light switch and dim lights came on. I think I remember if that happened.
Okay,
Someone had a
Yeah.
lantern. But yeah, now there's a red light flashing every few seconds, like you would see in a typical bad situation. Alarm. There's Alex.
My laptop has never shattered that hard before. But alright, glad that's my favorite. At least. Sorry about that, I have no idea why it just cut.
Yeah, maybe there could be Fantasy Grounds is just a little heavy on the processing power or whatever. So
Okay.
hopefully that won't happen again. And I would advise not opening the feats or powers like the directory, like the complete version of it, because it could possibly slow down your computer because there's like so many feats and powers. I think we had to wait like 4 minutes last game because my computer was slowing down because I opened all powers. So if you want to look up a power, try to go to the search bar and on the bottom of the powers menu and search for it directly, because that'll be less intensive, I guess.
Okay, noted. Thanks.
All right. So Alex is back in here. Everyone's here. I think Skinner's here. He's muted, but I'm guessing he's here. All right.
Yeah, all good here.
Awesome. All right. So, as we said last time, we left off with the ship being damaged by acid rat creatures from outer space. In space, no one can hear you squeak. Let's see. All right. So, the alarm just went off. The alarm's going off. The red light's flashing. You're hearing a strange, to us, what would be a computerized female voice saying a bunch of things, such as the self-destruct sequence has been activated. The sequence static be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car on the bottom platform. Repeat, all employees proceed to the emergency car on the bottom platform. 1, 2, static. It's coming for you. You're all going to die down here, and the lights go out. It's completely dark now. Welcome.
We should get to the emergency car on the bottom platform immediately.
We should get to the chopper.
Yes, I agree.
I say go to the escape pods.
Torek, as you're standing there, you kind of see the reflection off one of these engines, like a red light reflection coming off, like, let's see, diagonally. Let's see if I can make an arrow here. I don't know how to make a pointer arrow, but diagonally up and to the right of where you're at, the big giant block right there. You see red lights reflecting off of it in the complete darkness. What do you do?
I did have a lantern on my hip too. If that's still lit. Okay.
Oops, that went out.
So I see it reflecting.
Yeah, you see it reflecting, like something, like there's something with red lights up there behind the machinery. And they're like little tiny lights. They're not like a big bright light. It's like almost pinpricks of light.
Okay, I tell everybody, just a sec, I see something right over here. Not that they probably can see me. And then I dart over to see if I can get some view. I know it's dark, man. Can I dart myself? Do we mean here-ish?
Yeah, that's exactly where you see it. Okay, as you're standing there, now straight to the north, you see the lights flash again once in a while now. So you can see it briefly, but when the lights flash this time, you see a figure. Let me set this up here. Always visible. You see a humanoid figure all the way up at the northern part of the room, standing there motionless. But its eyes seem to have a little bit of a glow to them.
I say, okay, guys, there's something straight up ahead. Can any of you guys see that? I'm just gonna go check it out.
Actually, if you do not forget, I can see in low light.
I can't see much of anything in here.
I'm the only one that can see in low light.
All right, well, let's go straight up. Quickly.
I'm bottom here, so it's all good.
So
We'll be right back.
Close to you. Because I can't see.
I got a chain of people.
Would you like another lantern lit?
Sure, well, if you guys need it.
Salazar, as you get to where you're standing, you look up and there's a humanoid figure standing right in front of you. Let's see. Corinth, describe what your character looks like.
I'm fashioned in like the shape of like a dragonborn rather than just like a human rough shape. So really kind of accurate to the icon you found.
It's like a robotic looking dragonborn.
We have a automaton over here.
And
Can I touch him?
As you're saying that, Corinth, you come to your senses. You kind of wake up and you have no idea where you're at or what's going on. Except there's people standing right in front of you. And at that point, I will ask everyone to describe their characters, starting with, I guess, Torek.
Oh. Can we start with someone else? I've never thought about how I looked.
Okay, Barney.
Okay. Conan the Barbarian. Essentially. Well, exactly. Yeah, extremely large muscled barbarian. And I extend a hand to you and say, come with me if you want to live.
Okay,
I kind of just stare at the hand for a second.
all right, The Rock. What do you
Right.
look like?
I'm bald. I got a Bronco tattoo on my right arm, and and I sound I do have catchy lines too. That's all it is.
All right, those
And
last,
I'm muscular too. I'm muscular too. So
yeah, those last two are Goliaths. So
yeah, that's all it is.
that's to help that. Okay, next, Salazar. What do you look like?
You see an elf who is the most elfish elf you've ever seen. Like, you could tell this dude's an elf. Not even like half elf. He has like the high cheekbones, pointy ears, dark hair, and iridescent blue eyes. So you know that this is not just an elf, but an Eladrin with like tan skin and a nice looking threads.
Alrighty, we got Elf and two Goliaths. Nazoon.
Yep. Playing Nazoon Krell, Githyanki, so quite tall, about 6'3", but very slender. Dark green skin, pronounced cheekbones, flat nose. Pretty similar to looking to the picture that I have as my profile picture, but yeah, just kind of gaunt and yeah.
Okay, we're at the same height.
Yeah, kind of like the what's that green alien thing in the Signs movie?
All right.
Him wet.
Right,
Yeah.
don't get wet, Nazoon. That'll be bad. Okay, now we're back to Toric. Do you know what you look like?
Well, I am so much smaller than the rest of you. It's a wonder you even see me. So, I'm a halfling, but I'm even sort of slight for a halfling. Just small all the way around. Dark hair, but kind of nondescript features, kind of a forgettable face. So, like, you recognize me when you see me, but after you think about, gee, what does she look like? I can't quite think about it now. So, nondescript mostly.
We have that customer base in the restaurant.
Yeah, but generally I'm quite excited, excitable, usually interested, so I give up that kind of air. But now I probably look. The spaceship's falling apart. I probably am showing my nerves and determination at the same time.
All right, that is everybody, I believe. Okay, so Corinth, you see a hand extended to you and all this weird motley crew of humanoids. And from what you can tell, the ship is something bad is happening. The lights are flashing. You hear error messages, like there's static. The ship is rumbling. As you look around, you just know that this ship is in deep, deep crap.
Okay. I just look at them and I ask, like, where are we and what are we doing here?
These are very excellent questions. Perhaps we should go and speak with the captain because we had a small incident. This is the engine room, or what's left of it, and we had some exploding rats, and now the lights are flashing. So I think we better go upstairs and ask the captain what to do.
No, we're supposed to go to the emergency car on the bottom platform.
I don't think this is the bottom platform, so either way we have to start moving.
Oh, you're probably right.
Unless we know how to get rid of acid damage. No? Not one of our skills?
No, it's not my skill. That's for damn sure.
Definitely not one of mine.
Did anyone bring, like, a bucket of water?
We can't levitate acid away like we did the vomit, no?
No, can't do that.
Is there a fire extinguisher system? But I don't think they would use water.
There.
Do we have Mr. Clean Magic Eraser on hand?
Just thinking it through while we're running along. Let's down or up.
Yeah. I think I don't know if there's a way down.
There is a way down. If you can see on the right side of the map, there's these over in the. Let's see if I can do a little pointer here. Over here, there's a pair of doors. If you can see them.
Hey, I see a pair of doors. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yes, I saw this pair of doors back here earlier. It has a exit sign above it.
Ah, very nice.
Oh, here's the map. Okay, I wasn't seeing this earlier.
Sorry, I forgot to share it with you because I think I was starting to, and then you crashed, and then yeah. So there you go.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys are going to try to go through that door to the emergency car on the bottom platform?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The door's locked.
Of course.
Why would they lock the door to the emergency car? This is preposterous.
I tell everyone to stand back. I'm just going to cast Burning.
Okay, you cast Burning Hands.
Burning Hands on the door?
You're pretty much going to hit, so I would just roll damage for that.
I could probably... Never mind.
Burning Hands on the door? I never heard that. I never used that.
Let's see, Corinthi. You said you haven't used Fantasy Grounds,
Yeah.
right? Alright, so...
Correct.
Go to your character sheet and go down to the Powers tab.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to go along with you. My computer's loading. Go on. Well, you said you're going to use Burning Spray?
Yes.
Alright, so what you would just do is click the red blood droplet, the first one, and that'll give you some damage.
Okay. Sick.
Okay, well. You put your hands together.
That's that is plus 11, I must say.
Alright, so yeah, you it turns the door like red hot, but it doesn't do anything to the door, like doesn't open it.
It's made of metal.
I want a kick. I'm gonna give
Do
it.
you ever regroup? Do you ever regroup with these tools?
Oh no, just kick again. I really want to do the knock.
Alright, give me an athletics.
Alright. Yeah. No, Barry, the rocks can help you with that kick too.
Alright, both of you give me athletics checks.
Oh, great. Well, I don't think my legs all good.
We get the Goliath row kick tree.
Come on.
I only see the rocks. Did Barney, did you roll athletics?
I roll it in the chat, right?
Just you can roll in the chat, or just double click it on your sheet.
Wasn't cooperating.
Okay, you both kick the door at the same exact time, and it dents a little, but you quickly realize you're not getting through that door. It's reinforced. It's definitely locked and reinforced, so you're going to have to figure out how to open it. The captain may possibly know. She may also want to know what's going on down there.
Yeah,
you guys maybe Kevin's key. Who knows?
I suggest that maybe somebody go up and talk to the captain, and I'm going to see if I can take a look at it.
Do you really want to be down here alone with the little monsters that we're calling about?
No, the guy with the light here.
I can say.
Well, you'd think they would be coming down here to get into the emergency car. Aren't they all supposed to be coming down to the bottom platform?
Unless there's a direct way from the bridge. No.
What?
That would make sense.
While they're thinking about that, can I see if I can maybe, if there's a lock I might be able to pick here?
There is a panel next to the door. Normally, someone from the world you're from wouldn't understand how that works at all. But given you have that nifty little technological gun, you think you might be able to figure out how to maneuver that lock to open the door. So if you want to give me a what's it called? Is it thievery? Yeah, thievery check. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, and so do I just roll
You would
my
just
dice to add it, or is there something that I drag? Oh, I can
just
do
double click the skill of thievery on the far left right where it says plus 11. You start messing around with it. Sparks are flying. You're pulling your hands back, like jumping back every time a spark flies. But the door does um it starts to open. It opens like about 3 or 4 inches, and then it just like you hear this like energy depletion noise, like boom, and it just stops.
Mhm. I think we need Miss Titanic.
All right, let's go get her.
Who?
The engineer.
The engineer, the one that's supposed to be running this thing.
All right, so you're all going up to the upper levels. Alrighty, let me switch the map here.
Who was it? Just so I can start getting names with pictures. Who had the lantern?
Sorry,
what?
Who had the lantern?
No, that's Bernie. That's Bernie. That's Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie's
Right.
leader.
Thanks.
Right. Yeah, Barney. Sorry,
I have
phone
to move you
froze.
all one at a time. Did that work? Are you all there? Are you on top of each other?
I don't see the map.
1 second. Let me share it again.
Aha.
You
There it
might,
is.
you might all be on top of each other.
It's a small elevator.
I want to go talk to the pleasant engineer lady that we're supposed to not talk to.
Okay. And I ran up to the captain.
He was already mean to me, so I'm going to go to the captain.
Hey, Bernie, the rock's over here. Alright, so
Alright, so Nazoon and Corinth, where are you guys going? Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna talk to someone? Or...
Yeah, I'm just gonna like wander and just like look at everything. I have no idea where I am or how I got here.
Okay. As you're wandering around, looking through the ship, you see everything's still very unfamiliar. You see like cabins where people would be sleeping. You don't understand why anyone would need a bed for any reason, but you know they're there. You find storage rooms. You find the airlock, which you seem to know what an airlock is, so that's good. But you're not quite sure of anything around you. Like you understand the technology, but you don't know how you got there. Right. Let me bounce over
Okay.
here to Nazoon. Nazoon, what are you doing?
I think I was coming upstairs to probably either get the engine. I'd probably go to the engineer.
Okay, so you're gonna go over.
I think the lights and stuff and all that are going on up here too, or is it like all
The,
calm and?
the lights are on up here, but the red light still does flash every few seconds, and you hear the beeping along with it.
Okay.
But all the lights are on. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there panic and disarray, or does everyone seem like they're just in their regular spots?
There is definitely panic. I'll start over here with the engineer gang. Let's see, Barney, Nazoon, and Rock. As you enter the power core room, which is what this is, you see Miss Titanic. She is standing there next to the engine core, frantically hitting buttons and like moving wires about. And she looks over at you and says, "Fools, what are you doing? We need to secure the device over there. The couplings. Go, do it. Hurry."
Nizu will rush over to the couplings.
Do it now.
I am
Right,
doing. I do.
All right, Nazun, you get there. You find it like it's pretty much where you're at in front of you. What do you're looking at this stuff and you really have no idea what any of this is. You know of technology, but you've never experienced anything like this until now.
Okay.
But you see a bunch of wires like hanging loose, different colors like red, blue, green, and there's like on the right side there's red, blue, green, left side there's red, blue, green, but all of them are loose, like nothing's connected.
Okay.
You do sense there is arcane energy coming out of this engine core, though.
Mm.
What would you like to try to do?
Well, this doesn't look good.
I'm guessing the wires look like they've been severed, or you said that they're like different colors on each side.
Yeah, there's a red, green, and blue on each side, but nothing is connected. It's all just hanging loose. It's not severed. It's just hanging loose.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just connect the colors to the same ones on the opposite side.
Okay.
Is straightforward enough.
Alrighty. Let's see. I'm gonna need you to, because the ship is like rumbling and shaking. I need you to give me a. Oh, let's see. Acrobatics.
Oof.
Awesome. That was a success.
Nice.
You managed, even though throughout all the shaking, you managed to get all the little wires connected to the right sides, and you don't touch any of the other wires together, which is good because you don't know what happened if you did. But you succeeded. As you do that, the ship stops rumbling, but the light's still flashing, and Miss Titanic is like sweating, even though she's a water genasi. She is still sweating and looking very disturbed as she's frantically typing into some kind of arcane screen you've never seen before. She looks over at Barney and Rock. Says, "Hurry, get the door open over there to my right. We need to get Miss Toucan out of there.
We'll do.
The door is stuck. We need to get open. Make yourself useful, boys." So I guess you guys want to. What do you guys want to do to the door?
Quick, kick it down.
You grab that side, I grab this side.
All right, cool.
All right, give me your athletics checks.
All right, cool.
All right, Rock, as you're trying to pull open your side of the door, you slip and the door kind of bounces back. However, Barney, you're able to get your arm in there just enough to where you could block it from shutting all the way, and you're able to pry it open. And as you guys get that door open, the air sucks into the room. It seems like there was no oxygen in there. Like there was no air.
Oh damn!
When you peek in, you see Miss Toucan on the floor, unconscious.
We'll get there. I'll hold the door.
All right, cool. I'll go get her.
All right. So while you're going in there to get her, I am going to swivel over to. Let's see. We got Brent still looking around. We'll get to Salazar and Torek. You were speaking to the captain. You rush into the lost for words, cockpit, whatever you call it in a ship.
Bridge.
Bridge, yes, the bridge.
There you go.
You rush into the bridge, and the captain is standing there, stone faced, staring out through the front panel into the space, like shaking her head. She just seems like very out of it. Like it's her first day. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Give her a firm shake and say, "Capitan, wake up! We have a problem."
And she starts mumbling, saying, and the portable hole, and the bag of holding, and or is it the other way around? And she's like, I don't remember. She's like panicking. Like, do either of you know? Which do you put into which for the wormhole? Is it the portable hole or the bag of holding?
Yeah. You're asking so many tough questions. That's not for passengers. But I believe, where did I write that down? I believe it was putting bag of holding into portable hole makes black hole, whereas going other way around, putting the that's that the result of putting a bag of holding into a portable hole creates a supermassive black hole. So you want to put a portable hole inside a bag of holding to make a wormhole.
Yes, exactly. That's right. Yes. Okay. She looks over at Torek and she says, "This little one, please, over to the right. There's a panel, but you have to reach inside to grab it. There's a portable hole and a bag of holding. I need you to grab them both very carefully. Do not get them mixed up." And she points over to like this south, like the south, right south of you, the 3 squares down, Torek. And there's a panel in the wall you can see.
Here.
Yeah, right there in the wall. There's a panel, and it's open, and you can see inside, and it looks like you might just be able to reach, but you see like a couple things, kind of like sitting there inside. You see a bag, and on the wall you see what looks like a just a hole.
Okay, so I reach and I grab the bag and I say, I have
Oh,
a bag.
as you're grabbing the bag, I need you to give me a thievery check so you don't accidentally put uh one or the other inside the other.
Okay, so I'll look at
And the campaign's over. No, I'm joking.
yeah, so that's good. I can end a
Shit.
campaign.
No, you
Try this again.
managed to succeed. You grab the bag, and now you have the bag in one hand, and you can tell now that the other thing on the wall is a portable hole. That black looking hole you see in there. Now you feel like you need to grab that too, because the captain is begging you to hurry.
So I grab that one, but I keep like the bag sort of behind me while I grab for the other one, so I don't accidentally drop it while I'm grabbing the portable hole.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna give that one to you because there's not two to mix up inside of there. All right, as you do that, the captain says, "Here, bring them to me quickly."
And I do.
And she takes them, and she has a panel in front of her, like a flat panel, and she has in one hand she's holding the flimsy like rubber pancake looking black hole thing, and she's another hand she's holding the bag of holding. She's looking at them both, and she's like just looking back and forth. Which one? Which one? And she's like completely panicked.
Black hole inside bag of holding.
Right. She sets down the bag of holding. She opens it and she drops the black hole inside, the portable hole inside. Um, as that happens, the panel seems to absorb the two magic items, and in front of the ship, you see a wormhole appear, and the ship goes straight into it. And as that happens, you start seeing the whole Star Wars warp speed light stars thing going. And everyone on this ship, I need you to give me an acrobatics check so you don't fall over. And we need only Corinth. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so Salazar, you're fine. Barney, you fall over. Bazoon, you fall over. Rock, you flip backwards and land on top of Miss Toucan Can. And she's grunting and get off me. And Torek, you're good. And Corinth, you stumble into one of the beds over there. I'll put you over here. You stumble into this room and you look over and there is a woman, like looks to be a human, laying there sleeping, apparently. Um, but she doesn't seem to be reacting to anything. Um, but at the moment, the ship is hurtling through through space at the speed of who knows what, because you don't know what light speed is. And as the ship suddenly comes to a stop, like not stop, but like it jolts out of a hyperspace, the alarm stops buzzing, and everything seems to have gone calm. Everything's just quiet now. And Miss Titanic is breathing a sigh of relief. And she just kind of like leans against the wall and slides down onto her rear end, and she's just like shaking her head like that was too close.
Hmm.
What happened down there? She asks Barney.
Who asked who?
Down there.
Titanic asks Barney. What happened?
Just vermin. We eradicated them. Yeah, that was not on purpose. Eradicated.
Nizoon will chime in.
There was one that got extra large and exploded all over. It did some damage.
She looks over at you. Yeah, she looks over at you and she says, "The vermin and it exploded. How could they have even gotten on the ship? Well, it doesn't make any sense." Well, in any case, it seems we've stabilized the ship. But I have grim news to bring to the captain, if you would deliver it for me. The ship engine core is dead, to say the least. We're not going to go anywhere after this. We're not going to be able to move. We're just going to float adrift until we starve to death. Unless we find someone to save us, but last I checked, Anhsook Deliris only had one starship.
Okay.
Starving sounds like a problem for other people.
What about the emergency car at the bottom platform? Couldn't that get us somewhere?
She shakes her head and says, "There is no emergency car. That's a recording from from a moving image from another world. It's not a real thing." I don't know why it was programmed into the ship. The captain thought she had a sense of humor.
I see.
There are escape pods, though. But I'm not sure if we're close enough to any world to not die floating there.
Then I'll go tell her about the core. And then he'll go that way.
Okay. Let's see. Who to go to? Rock, you are laying on top of Miss Toucan Can, who is like struggling to get out from under you. She's like grunting and like, "Get off me!"
I'll get off her then. I'll get off her then.
Okay. Awesome. You are 3 seconds from her suffocating to death. Okay, she takes she takes a deep breath and she's like gasping. And she's like, thank you for getting that door open. It locked on me. This is where the escape pods are at.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know what's going on. Why there was no oxygen in here? It's like it almost feels like we've been sabotaged.
Do we have by the racking down below?
She like stares at you with wide eyes. Did you say rat?
Yes, alien rats down below.
Rats only come from Earth.
These are alien though.
That is disturbing. She sits down over here up here to the north of her at a computer, which is an arcane screen to you, and she starts looking up things. You can see there's an image of rats on the screen, and she's like just typing away, and you keep seeing different images of rats. And as you're doing that, as you're watching her do that, we're going to switch over to back to the bridge. Captain Starpuncher is sat down in her chair. She's just like got her face in her hands. She's like, "Can this things get any worse? This was our first mission.
Also, do you have a small infestation downstairs? You may want to have that looked at.
Infestation of what?
Just rip that band-aid off. Twist that knife
Yes.
in.
Might as well get it over with. Yeah, do you have chaotic rat things that mutate and explode and they burn everything? And there's a really big one that I would say exploded like a piñata. All over the engine room. Yeah.
Now, it's possible we have taken care of the infestation, but not the subsequent damage.
Yes.
Yes, it seems like the readings here for the power core it's off. I don't know what's going on. She reaches over to like this panel onto her left and she presses a button and she leans into it and says, "Miss Titanic, what's the status of the engine?" And there's just dead silence.
Oh, and then perfect timing, because then Nizun is going to run in here.
Says, Captain,
Yes.
Miss Titanic says that the engine core is compromised and effectively dead. We're not going anywhere, and we're gonna drift off in space and die.
We're no one's dying. We're okay.
Yeah, but she said it.
Oh no.
Today.
Must be true.
Captain Starpuncher lowers her head and you hear her utter a string of curses so foul you feel like your ears are going to melt off. It's just you've never heard the combinations of curse words she just said in a variety of languages.
I always knew the dwarves were known for their foreplay.
Okay, I know you said wordplay, but I heard foreplay. I'm just sorry.
No, that's all. I thought that's what he genuinely said.
It was not the time to be talking about this.
Well, at this point, the captain looks over and says, "You must make yourselves comfortable until we figure out what to do. If there is anything we can do."
Where are we?
She pulls up an arcane screen in front of her and taps her finger on it, and you see on the screen you see like a wide expanse of outer space, and you see what looks like 8 planets, like big round rocks, round spheres, just floating out in space. And she points to this like belt of asteroids, and she says, "We're right about to enter this. If we can even survive going through there, we might end up on the other side, near the other planets. And I think there's some life on them, but we haven't had contact with them, so we don't know." And but her eyes light up. She's like, "Wait, that's the third shadow and the fourth shadow. We were headed to the fourth shadow. Oh, if only we can make it through the asteroid belt." And she says, "We're not going to. We might as well get comfortable."
It's now a good time to ask what the asteroid belt is. No. Okay. What would we need to do to survive it? Is it just to maneuver the ship, or to like blow up the asteroid? What would we do with power?
We would need to get onto the escape pods because this ship is going nowhere. We would need to get onto the escape pods and trigger some kind of reaction to propel us through the asteroid belt. I mean, to hell if we could steer through it, but we would need the propulsion just to get through. And the power it would take, we would need an artificial life form that uses energy.
Okay.
So what about the one that was in the cargo or down in the engine room?
Yeah, he might have been the one that brought the rats, though.
I think that was more of the chef. You saw what she was cooking. That was I ate a ration.
The captain looks over and she's like, "There was an artificial creature down there."
Yeah, I thought it was yours.
No, we just got this ship like a couple weeks ago.
Did
What?
you never look?
Well, we did a Miss Tutucan did a search of the ship, but she didn't say anything about finding any kind of automaton.
Ah, you should probably go speak to the Miss Toucan and. But yes, we found. Where is he? We'll go find him.
Yes, please. If with that combination of him and the knowledge from Miss Titanic, we may be able to survive this.
Hello, Mr. Robot. Uh,
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't like crush this girl whenever
Ooh,
I landed on this bed.
she's
But-
level 25.
She's with 290 pounds.
Hello.
So you're all searching the ship, and Corinth, you hear them out there yelling for Mr. Robot or something along those lines. They're calling for someone, and
Cody, what's his name again? Cody, Mr. Cody. Where? He's back here.
Okay,
Hello?
seeing that the girl's not responded to me crushing this bed, I'm gonna just walk outside and see what's going on.
you see them wandering around the hall, looking all over the place for something.
Ah, the captain would like to speak with you.
Okay, who and where?
Follow me. And take him to the captain. This is Captain Starpunter. Starpunter, this is Cody.
She gets out of her seat and she walks over and she looks you up and down. And she's like, "I've never seen such a thing. You run on arcane
Likewise.
energy." Oh, I know.
I'm sorry.
She's like, "I know I'm a looker, but," and then she chuckles and says, "But you run on energy, arcane, yes?"
I think so. I don't quite remember, but that sounds accurate.
And do you know how you got on this ship?
I do not. I don't even know. No, I don't know where I am. I don't know how I got here.
She gives you a brief little rundown, saying that they're on a mission to a world called the Fourth Shadow to find technology and bring it back to their own homeworld. And then she says, the ship is damaged beyond repair, but we need to get off this ship. We need the escape pods, but however, we would need to, if I'm correct from what I've heard Miss Titanic speak of, we would need to hook you up to the escape pod to create a reaction that would effectively destroy this ship, but propel us into space to the planet so we can survive. Are you willing to do this?
I heard so many words, and that plan does not seem tactfully sound, I have to say.
Well,
But that's our only option that we need to go with.
yes. Out here in the outer space, there are many threats. If we float here, we may end up being blown out of space, if not escaping alive.
And can we make another wormhole? Go a little bit closer.
She shakes her head. That was the last one. When the wormhole is created, the magical items are destroyed.
Yes.
So unless you guys know how to make a portable hole in a bag of holding, then we're not using that method.
Hmm.
And is the wormhole still there?
It is not.
Probably just collapsed on itself once it was open.
Hmm. Do you have any other magical items you can feed it? Make
She looks over at Corinth and then she shrugs and, no, I don't think so.
Okay. I think I'm technically the magical.
Let's go speak with this Miss Titanic. See what exactly needs to happen. It would be a shame to lose our friend that we just found.
Yes, let us go speak to.
If we're only hooking up what power's made, then that should be fine. If it's splicing energy rather than consuming it, it shouldn't be at risk. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yes.
She Star Puncher says, "Let's go." Yes, let's. Miss Titanic should know all about this. As you enter the room, Miss Titanic is still sitting on the floor there by the engine core. Also, as you're entering the room, Chef Smokey enters and kind of like wanders around like dizzy. But anyway, Miss Titanic looks up and she says to the captain, "Cap, I'm afraid we're in deep shit." And Captain says, I think we have a plan. You see over here," and she points at Corinth. It was in down in the engine room. Do you think there's any way we could use his power source to propel us in the escape pods?" And as she's saying that, through the door over here squeezes Miss Toucan Can, and she says, "I overheard. Yes, I do believe this plan would work. However, there is one problem. Someone would need to stay behind to activate the ship propulsion. They would need to be in the bridge when the escape pod leaves." And a heavy, dead silence falls over the room as you all kind of like stand there.
So, when you activate this little plan of yours, you don't think it'd be possible to hit the button and then get to an escape pod quickly enough?
There would be it is a very small chance. You would have, I can't even say the percentage exactly, but I don't think it would work. I think whoever's there, they would have to be very fast to get to the escape pod, as the escape pods are in the room back here. She points back to where she was with where the rock fell on her. The escape pod's in that room, and the bridge is all the way at the other side.
Okay. So, and the button is at the captain's chair?
Yes.
That's 24 to 25 space.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's 125 feet.
There must be some other way.
Captain Starpuncher.
Unless we could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh god.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, unless we could happen to rig a way to remotely activate the console from the back, there's there's not enough time. You would need to be here within like a moment, just shy of an instant.
Miss Titanic shakes her head and says, "There's it's the weight that would be needed to be pressed down onto the panel. to activate the propulsion, there's no way to remotely activate it. I think
Someone could teleport.
Can one of you do that?
I can go small distances. Like, how far can I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'll just go in the hallway.
Barney's going to suggest what seems to be obvious. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, from the chair to where I'm at, I can do in an instant. And then if I were to run in 6 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is I can get as far as to here, from the captain's chair to there, in 6 seconds.
I will remind you. Well, do you have an action point?
I used my action point. So not today.
No.
Because then
We
I
also
did. Yeah,
think it out, and we can.
6. I mean, yeah, that could. If I had an action point, but I used mine.
Well,
Bernie wants to suggest what seems to be the most obvious answer. With all this technology, can we not we have to push a button at the captain's chair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can we not build a robot to go boop on the timer?
You know how to build a.
Can you?
I read a lot of books. I'm not very good at the building.
Gonna look at Titanic.
Perhaps we could shoot it with an arrow or something.
That's another option. That can give some range. Have to be a very good shot.
Miss Toucan Can speaks up and she says, "If you were able to shoot, as you say, with an arrow, the panel, it might work, but it would be a 1 chance go. We have to set the escape pod to the exact moment that button is pressed. If you miss, that may jeopardize the escape pods altogether."
So no pressure.
Oh, that should be them. Okay.
So I can
Chef Smokey comes forward and she says, "Well, I think the best idea is for all of us to draw straws to see who stays behind."
Shouldn't everyone be in attendance for that? So we have 2 people who aren't in this room.
Well, they could volunteer.
Hmm.
Okay.
Have you heard of Santa crash? Oh, yeah, I almost sound serious crashing. Hello.
Let's see. So remind me again. An action point comes back on 2 events or
a long rest or every 2 battles / skill challenges. Actually, you know what? You did do a skill challenge, actually, so that was a milestone. So technically, you do all have an action point. Or 2 if you haven't spent 1.
2. Sick.
So you do have an action point.
then okay. Look, where's the action point?
In your powers.
Powers. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, anybody who hasn't used an action point, they have 2 now, but you can still only use 1 in a encounter situation, or once every 5 minutes.
1, 2.
So
Actually,
what can we do with that? Feature powers?
An action point lets you do any kind of action, an extra one, so you can do an extra attack, an extra move, or an extra minor action.
an extra dash action.
Well, the dash isn't a...
Yeah, what is the run mechanic in 4E?
It would just be you move twice, I believe. I don't think you actually get any bonuses for running.
So wait, let me double check. I have to double check my math. Like, oh, my speed is 5, not 6. Push it 1.
Oh no.
I had to double check. So if I started like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as run or as movement. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I downgrade my action to run movement. Then if I action point 1, 2, 3,
Diagonals,
4,
too.
5. It still doesn't give me enough.
Well, Smokey, Chef Smokey just like starts twirling a lock of her hair, and she's like, "I'm telling you, we draw straws. Whoever gets the smallest one, they gotta stay."
That's not a bad idea, and I like my odds.
Yeah. Uh,
While they're doing this, I'm just checking in the bridge to see if there's any clues, any hints, anything that could mean we don't destroy the ship. Or anything extra to take with us, or because the captain seemed pretty shaken up.
Give me a perception check. Ooh, nice. Okay, in there, in the bridge, you find. Let's see here. You find a little sack that has 130 gold pieces in it, and a healing potion.
I take those.
All right, so write down in your character area that you have 130 gold pieces, and I will put a healing potion in your inventory. And other than that, you don't find anything of well, it looks like it could be of any help to survival. But yeah, you found that little stash of the captain's. You'll never miss it.
Is there a notebook or anything? I think my computer's frozen.
You did not see any notebooks or anything. No data, like you see like a data log. But you don't really know how to use the system.
Yeah, no, I'm totally looking for paper.
Yeah, there's no paper.
Yeah, my computer's frozen, so. I'm gonna do
okay.
for a little while.
Well, hopefully it unfreezes soon.
Let's see. I asked the captain about the other crewmate that's over in one of the other cots. The one I almost murdered.
She looks at you like, "What? What are you talking about?"
The other person here that's in one of the beds down the left hallway.
The little one. She went to the bed.
I guess they're also small.
She shakes her head. I'm not sure. We're all accounted for, save the little one, who I don't know where she ran off to.
the little dragoon person is not really a
One
person,
moment.
right? Or she?
But she's on the map.
It's true.
Okay, I'll go back to the room and poke her.
She is. She's pretty much stiff as a board.
We talking rigor mortis stiff or?
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she. Give me a perception check.
Yay.
Okay, as you're looking at her, you see on the just under her left ear, you see the letters DRAGOON, dragoon, like tattooed, and it's an acronym of some sort. You know, the little dots. It seems like
Okay.
she may not be living or ever was living, so to speak.
Okay. See, I look over her, see if there's any way to switch her on. I don't know. Is that another automaton?
As you're looking her over, you do see there's a switch behind her other ear, a little light switch-like thing.
Flick.
You click it, you said?
Yeah.
Immediately, she bolts upright in the bed and swings a punch at you.
Okay.
Let's see here. And you
Yeah,
completely sidestep and she falls and hits the floor. And she
I put a foot on her back down.
Okay. She says, let me go now.
It's like, first, play nice.
Who are you?
I am Corinth. Who are you?
I am Dragoon. I am here on the starship, the Portable Hold. I am here as backup to protect you from intruders and invaders and the space beholders.
That's a new one. So far. That's a new one.
Sorry, what was that?
I was like, yeah, bang a job so far because I'm just from hearing about the rats I got in. I think I have a job for you.
Release me and I will communicate what job do you have.
I let her stand up.
She stands up and she does very robotic movements as she does so. Like she's clearly, definitely not alive. She tilts her head to the side. What job do you have?
I was like, all you need to do is press a button on the captain's command console right the instant that you need to.
This sounds reasonable.
Alright, I think I found her out.
Yes. So we'll go find. They start yelling down the hall. Capitan! Capitan! I think we have a solution! And go back to the.
Okay,
there's another automaton. You got robots all over the place around here.
that I don't understand why the ship came with so much baggage, but if there's another one, then is maybe we could get it to stay behind and be the one to press the button.
We were amendable with that. We just told her she needs to push a button for you. So, yeah.
I do feel a little bad that she's most likely going to die a horrible. Well, she's not alive, so. Well,
He may survive. They don't know you
This
took Greed.
is this is truly just an android, not a soul creature.
then yeah,
Yeah, well, Andrew don't care. Let's go. Let's go pause, guys. Get out of here.
and she says, Miss, over here, she was Miss Toucan. Miss Toucan, can please go set up the android to get ready to press the button and we can escape, hopefully. And Miss Toucan says, yes, right away, Captain. And they go off over here and all that happy stuff. And what are you guys doing while she's setting this up?
I need to get to my thing.
What do you-
I'm going to pod. I'm going to get the hell out of this shit, man. That's all that.
I'm searching this room.
I'm just gonna work this out.
I'm getting the hell out of this shit, man. That's all that.
I'm gathering my things in my room, my cot.
Okay.
You know, the Rock all those things on himself, so you don't care.
All right, so Salazar, you grab your things. Let's see, Torek, you're searching that room.
Yeah.
Is robbing more.
Give me another perception check. All right, that's another good one there. Okay, let's see. In this room, you find. Sorry, I'm looking at my list here.
Portable hole.
Not quite. You find a very interesting looking coat. It's too big for you, probably. I mean, you might be able to wear it, but it would drag on the ground. It's got a little bit of fur on the collar, but it looks very stylish. It could be for a man or a woman.
Sure, I take it.
Go ahead.
Up to you.
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. It's not up to us.
While she's over there doing that, I kind of want to check over here, not for food, but for sabotage.
In the
I suspect I cook first. Anything that looks out of places, I figured maybe the rats were maybe brought on board as potentially food items, but I don't know. I'm just gonna start scoping the ship for subtle signs of sabotage.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm a genius at this. Oh, I actually am.
Okay. You're searching. You search under the cabinets and you move some boxes around, and then you see a cage, like a small little maybe like 2 foot by 2 foot cage, and inside it's the cage is empty, but there's a little bowl with water in it, and there's a bunch of little black pellet things all spread around the cage.
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough for me for now. So I'm gonna go back to back here and keep an eye on Chef Smokey.
Okay.
See what she's doing.
See some rat poop. Alright, we're done with this.
She's currently just standing there twirling a lock of her hair, like chewing bubble gum. She's just like very nonchalant right now. She doesn't even look nervous.
He was also the one that really wanted somebody to stay behind. Like she was pushing that issue so hard. Anyway, that's myself.
I'm really out for murder. I asked the engineer, what is it that I need to be hooked up to?
She leads. She'll like say, "Oh, this way," and she'll lead you into the room with the pod. We'll just say this is the escape pod right here, and she'll point to. She'll like say, if you stand right here, I can hook you up to the machine." And she starts like pulling some wires out of a wall panel, and looks like they have little connectors on them. And then she comes over to you and she says, "May I?" And she goes for your arm.
Sure, I extend on to her.
She touches your arm and like opens a panel in your arm you didn't even know you had, and she just plugs in these 3 cords, and she says, "It will borrow a little bit of your energy. However, it should be enough to get us out of here. Once Miss Toucan Can is
That's
set up,
fine.
everything should be good." And then she says, "Stay here," and she comes back to she leaves and goes back to the engine room. She says, "Captain, it is hooked up to the escape pod. All we have to do is board, and we should be good." And the captain says, "Yes, good. Were you?" And she looks around at everybody, and she kind of like stares uh at Miss Titanic, and she mouths something. She did no word. You can't hear her say anything, but she's saying like she's mouthing words. And Miss Titanic shakes her head, and then Captain says, "Okay, everyone, let's board the escape pods."
Is there any chance from my vantage point? I was holding the door looking muscular, thinking that it'll close.
Give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Did my muscles detect anything?
And muscular ears.
Yeah.
You thought she was like blowing her a kiss or something. You're not really sure. You have the feeling they may be in a relationship. That's what you gather.
I'll follow into the pod, but I'm also like staying very close to Chef Smokey.
Okay. Chef Smokey nonchalantly just walks, twirling her hair, walking in with one leg in front of the other, being all supermodel-ish, and she just walks into the escape pod, and there's enough room for you all just to pile in. So even though it doesn't look like it, it's a tight.
I guess I can like sit down to give myself some more room.
Yeah, it's a tight fit, but you can all fit in there.
Before I go there, I'm just grabbing whatever I can grab. Because I'm like, we'll run out of food drifting by. Anything that could help improve our situation, I'm trying to take.
Oh, grab the cage full of rat poop. We could really eat that. That would be great. Lots of fiber.
The poop looks like poop to me, so I leave it. But if it,
you find like 10 trail rations worth of stuff. So if you want to like write like trail rations on your sheet, if you already have some, just increase it by 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should have I don't know if you started with any, but yeah. 10 trail rations worth of food. So that's 10 days worth of food survival.
Okay.
But as you were in there, you did find another cage. And in this cage, there's a small, white, furry thing with big ears. And it's looking at you, and its nose is twitching.
Okay. But it's like safely in a cage.
Yes, it's in a cage, and it's like a small, roundish, furry thing with ears.
And it's
big
like,
ears.
can I move the cage? Is it portable?
Yeah, it's a small little cage. It's even smaller than the rat cage.
I take that, being careful not to let it touch my fingers. The crazy white monster inside of it.
Okay. All right, good. You have a cage with a furry animal inside. And, all right. And Miss Toucan leads you all over here. And,
I'm sorry, as you're walking right there beside me, I'm going to say, does this not contradict our initial orders?
What do you mean?
This is talking to Torek about the keeping other life forms and transporting and bringing them across. I don't quite recall, but I remember there being something about that.
Yeah, this one's not mine. I just found this. Do you think it's like the rats downstairs?
That's not mine.
It was in the kitchen. I'm thinking that this is how the rats got in.
I
Somebody
didn't see
bought
it.
Cage like this.
Let's not trust this door, so I'm standing here holding the door until everyone's through. But yeah, okay. I didn't see anything.
I mean, I'm not taking it with us. I'm just showing you it. I'm not making any effort to conceal it.
And what about the coat? Did you stuff that in your bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So are you guys all going to the escape pod now?
I'm already in there. So, I mean,
Yeah, when everyone's through the door.
All right. Ms.
Yeah.
Toucan says, "Everyone, quickly squeeze in. This is our one shot. I will set it for 30 seconds."
Okay. I do not take the rabbit in the escape pod, but I leave it very visible so we can see I said rabbit, the white thing, very visible so everybody could see that it existed. I see someone brought this on board.
I think it's a Furby.
It could be.
I'm gonna watch Miss Smokey's reaction when Cork does it.
Yeah, Miss Smokey her eyes are wide and she's staring at it like she's just staring at it like oh my gosh, like she's like in panic, but she's not moving.
Is that obvious?
Do you know this animal?
I found it from the kitchen. Is it food? I thought there were no animals.
Miss Smokey says, "I don't know. Well, I don't know how that got there. I don't know. We should go. We should go."
That's not the only cage that was in the kitchen.
I want to roll insight on the cook.
Okay, give me an insight.
I don't know.
Chef Smokey definitely seems sincere. She has no idea where that animal came from.
Yeah, if someone with a wisdom modifier wants to try that,
She just seems very like, okay, let's go. And now it's you hear a timer counting down. 10, 9, and then everyone's like squeezing in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and right at the last second, Chef Smokey dives through the doors as they shut and grabs the rabbit cage. And as the doors shut and you see her through the window, she just looks like she's crying as she's holding onto the rabbit cage. And the doors are shut, and the escape pod starts to rumble. And she gets up and she goes to the door and starts smacking her hand on the window. "Let me in! Let me in!" And Miss Toucan kind of just like shakes her head and whispers, "I'm sorry." And with that, the whole ship rumbles, and there's a bright flash of light. Next thing you know, you're propelled out into space in the escape pod. And as you're staring out the window, as you're flying through space, entering the asteroid field, you see the ship explode. And at that, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Sweet.
all right.
We lost our ship on our way back.
And Chef Smokey.
We're shooting off into space.
I told you the food was not good. You should not have been eating it.
Man, I ate all the meats.
You remember? She offered meat. I asked for a glass of water. I walked away and had a ration.
It is.
You could have taken the automaton with us.
Yeah.
You could have, but she's now in an exploding spaceship.
You could have trained Rabbit the last second to press the button on time.
I mean,
yeah.
it's glad that the rabbit's not in multiplying exponentially and bursting into acid with us.
But what it up though? It looks like a rabbit.
I don't. Fire rabbit. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
in all
haven't seen rabbits
fairness,
yet, have we?
no, you haven't seen any animal that would be in our world. Animals don't exist in the world you came from.
So I'm pretty sure it's a lot like the rat we just attacked. Just a cuter version.
Until you feed it after midnight.
Do it look anything like these?
No.
Uh,
It does not. Oh, Fred, if you're still there, I put that coat in your inventory.
Okay. Thanks.
LBRD.
Because it's Gizmo, obviously.
Poor Gizmo. Oh yes, you guys got experience for the skills challenge too. I'll award that.
Really good. Was Salazar? Was there at the bridge? Because I would have said the opposite. We would have all gone in a black hole. I would have said it confidently.
I had it in my notes, and then I saw the message he posted on the Discord. I was like, oh, yeah. So I had to make sure I had it in my notes. Like, I know I saw it. I know I saw it. I had the recipe from last week.
I'm glad you were paying attention. That might have turned out very differently.
Well, you know, the whole exploding everything instantaneously. I gotta write that down.
I feel like Torek was just taken in, a little starstruck, too much
And
to actually absorb the information.
I like how let's try to open that door that leads to nowhere. We could have literally TPK'd into space. That's cute.
I mean, if you guys got the door open further, you could have gone in there and seen what was in there.
I thought it just would open up to like empty space. I thought it was like an airlock.
Oh no,
Where
it was it was more like the sewage
Oh.
septic room.
Well, I couldn't imagine she could squeeze in through 3. What was it, inches?
Yeah.
So otherwise, she would have gone.
And came out smelling very badly.
Yes. Might not have. I might have been the one stuck staying behind. Might not have worked so hard to find the automaton.
Well, the votes would definitely count up against you. Like, who's gonna go? Well, we don't need this person in a very cramped escape pod, giving us diphtheria.
I think that turned out rather well. How you all managed to get off the ship, though.
I'm glad we didn't blow up.
Well, you still are hurtling through space through an asteroid belt, but yeah.
Well, I'm glad we haven't blown up yet.
Exactly. Haven't blown up yet. Keyword.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty. You still have about 4 minutes for everyone to be back and ready. Here, I thought I was going to have to roll to see which one of you guys had to stay behind.
So my next character build, I was thinking Warlock.
I mean, it could have been one of the 4 crew members too. I mean, they would have had to draw a straw too.
Oh yeah, Nizun was definitely going to nominate the chef just because like she's trying to be a chef and she can't even do that. Like, what is her purpose?
Telling you.
You'd be like a military chef. That'd be good.
Do not trust someone who does not know how to cook.
She dropped out of culinary school.
One that claims they know how to cook and can't cook.
This is expensive. Culinary school is not cheap. It's not easy. It's not for everyone.
It is expensive, yes.
My niece has done that, but the baking segment, 'cause you have to learn all aspects. In baking, you have to be up like 3 a.m. to do the day's baking.
God.
Yeah.
F that.
You're a chemist at that point. You're not allowed to.
Well, I've had times where I've miscalculated my timings, and I had to do like cell culture at 3 a.m. Like, I gotta time my things a lot better.
Yeah, no, thank you.
A friend of mine was doing that for a while, but then she was tired of only being awake when everyone's asleep.
Yeah, I'll take the media tech dropout for that.
By the way, Fred, you sense as you're sitting there in the escape pod with the that jacket in your backpack, I guess. You feel it feels special in a way, you could say. Like you just kind of want to hold on to it.
Okay.
It's called a coach check.
Even though, like, if you wear it, it would drag on the ground totally, but
I just want to keep it.
Yeah, see, you just kind of cut it to where, like, you know, shows you that like, trim the sleeves back a little bit, like, make it a little kind of rough, so it looks like a rough and tough kind of a winter coat. Great.
I'll figure out how to make it work. Bet you it's made out of dire rabbit.
Fuck.
You start having nightmares about rats and glowing acid tails.
That
Do I have to say
no
hooked up?
matter.
Do I have to stay hooked up to the escape pod the entire time?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
It's the-
Alright, then I don't
it's the
need this.
Yeah, it's the only thing proposed. By the way, I'm gonna have you take 1 healing surge down for that, just to.
Oh, noted. Okay.
You're the new guy. You're the GPS. Okay, come on.
Turn left at Orion's Belt.
God, it's lost.
You got us going in a loop, infinite loop.
I didn't know how to drive. Huh? Chose me.
Stop calling me Alexa. I'll run into the first monster I see.
Yeah, if Alex, you hadn't been there, that would have been Dragoon's purpose, and someone would have had to stay behind and press the button.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Like, there's totally another person over there. Why is no one? What's going on?
Last time it was just target practice, so we were just ignoring her.
Yeah, but I was,
All right.
Glad you got
alrighty.
that.
Is everyone back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Alright, I believe that is, I think, everyone? Eli, did you say you're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. Awesome. Alright, so, as you are hurtling through space at an incredible speed, because, the explosion of a ship powered by who knows what, makes you go pretty fast. So there's no real steering mechanism on this thing. As far as you can tell, it's got like an automated system where it's sort of trying to dodge these asteroid and giant rocks that are just floating there in space. You do slam into one, and it kind of spins out of control, and you all get dizzy and possibly vomit on each other. You hit another, and
You.
some of you vomit on each other. And then you start going into like a pinball kind of thing where you're taking more and more damage as you're going. And Miss Toucan, she starts like screaming because she's like terrified now. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. And she's like sitting there with her head between her legs, and she's like just like panicking. Um, the captain is very still pretty stone faced. She's like just like in shock, like shaking her head. My first day. It was my first day. Uh, this Titanic is like just kind of sitting back there. Like even though like the ship is hitting all these asteroids, she's just like sitting there with her arms crossed, looking completely stoic. Like nothing's bothering her. Chef Smokey, you see a burnt foot floating through the air. No, I'm joking. She's gone. You see a rabbit cage. No. Okay, so yeah.
No.
As you float through space, you eventually make it out of the asteroid belt. About 20 minutes of bouncing around later, and you emerge into more open space. You see in the distance a planet that looks kind of reddish, and then in the other, and like a little, like way farther away, but you're moving towards it pretty fast. You see a planet that's kind of blue and like a little off green. Looks like it might have some like red in it too. And you're hurtling towards that planet. And you don't slow down until you get right to where you start going down to the planet. Basically, you're entering the atmosphere. Everything is shaking.
I want to.
Yes.
Can I unhook myself right quick?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So let's propulsion better.
You pull out the power cords for the propulsion, and you slow down, and you start entering the atmosphere of this planet. Everything is shaking, and it's like you're not even sure if this is going to hold together at this point. You've taken on so much damage. Miss Toucan's still screaming, and all this the other crew is still the same. You're all reacting however you wish to react. If you were hurtling towards
I
it,
want
getting
to. I want to go down on a knee, and I just want to pinch this toucan's beak shut.
she's just like.
Much better. Now we can die in silence.
Try to encourage the captain in Dwarvish and tell her it's your first day, but the first of many. So
Have you give me a skill check for that?
Just think, it's only up from here.
Let me see here. Skills. What do we have? We have give me a diplomacy. The captain immediately barks back at you. It was my first day. The queen is gonna have my head. And on top of that, and then as she says that, her face goes ashen. She says, "Oh, shit." And she looks back out the window, like back up into space, as you're hurtling down towards the planet, and fire is starting to go around the outside of the ship, the escape pod. She says, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." She just keeps repeating that over and over again.
What is no, no, no? This is good, yes? You wanted the planet?
Oh no, is there a problem about our current situation? Please do enlighten us.
Rip the band-aid.
Let's see here. Let me see. There's 6 of you, so she's going to grab the rock. She's gonna grab him by his shirt or whatever he's got wearing there, and she's gonna shake him and say, "We left the core. We left the core."
Yeah, so.
Don't you know what? Don't you know what the core was?
No, I do not. The only people doing saving on missions. That's all I know.
core was was that another portable hole?
No, it was the only one of its kind. It was a philosopher's stone.
Oh.
That could be deadly.
If anyone gets their hands on that, you don't know what kind of power that could give them.
And it didn't blow up?
Yeah.
The power source that ran out to where we had to embark on this planet in particular, the thing that went
That could be deadly.
like haywire.
Yes, it was miscalibrated. I don't know, but something's. If anyone finds that and reactivates it and gets it working again, everything could be lost. Our entire world, if anyone got there, could. She just kind of like starts muttering under her breath. She's like, "I can't believe it. I can't believe this. My first day."
Well, it was at the front of the...
It's in the astrofield now. Like nobody's gonna find it anyway, so it's all good.
Well, it was at the front of a massive explosion that probably sent it toward an asteroid belt. So it's a rock in an asteroid belt. I don't think it's going to be found ever.
No, it will not be found.
She says, "I hope it's not, because if anyone does find it, I swear, the queen will not only have my head, she will send me to the bottom layer of the abyss."
Well, the good news is if the queen can locate you, she can help us get the Philosopher's Stone back, right?
With what ship?
That's what I'm saying. There's only one problem here. We're not sure which one, but it's just one.
You see, the problem I see is this monarchy. They get very, very finicky when things start going wrong. Oh, you're gonna send you to a base. I'm going to exile you here. You're never gonna see your family again. Do you know? Yeah, all hot air.
She sighs and says, I suppose you're right. No one should be able to find this stone out there in space. How could they? It's floating there amidst a million rocks. I'm sure it's perfectly fine."
We are going to get off of whatever planet we land on, and on our way home we can pick up the Philosopher's Stone.
You all sure are planning quite far ahead.
This is very cute.
We'll go that far.
You're assuming that we're going to survive this crash.
And as you say that, you the pod hits the ground, or what you assume to be ground. You don't even know at this point, and you just start spinning and flying and like rolling out of control. Everybody, give me an endurance check.
I'm actually good at these.
Awesome.
That's the thing. Oh, I'm.
Less good at these than I was anticipating.
One. Oh,
No.
Okay, let's see.
oh,
Dan.
I did.
It's the only. Well, I guess let's see for the crew here. Okay.
Roll one.
Oh wow.
The rock is so dense, the force just throws him through the wall of the escape pod.
Never give the DM ideas.
Uh,
Actually, the escape pod does break apart. Actually,
and they're all going to find out, right? They're all going to find out. They're going to find out.
and
It's smoke tree. It's smoke
as you're
tree.
rolling, the rock, Miss Toucan, and Miss Titanic all just kind of fly out, and the escape pod keeps like rolling and tumbling.
Yeah. Everybody damage here too.
Oh my god.
They damage. Oh shit.
Rock, you are going to take some damage if you
Yeah.
roll this.
I knew it. Probably 2d10,
We all
right?
just took some
2d10,
psychic damage.
2d10, right? 2d10, right?
Let's see. You mean the D100, right?
No. 2d10.
No.
I'll
You
take
know.
2d10 damage.
Like I was saying, Warlock is a great class.
Yeah, but I plus some of my dudes, everyone won. Like, what the hell? It's like, God.
Rock, you take only 6 damage from 2d6.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take it.
So yeah,
That's
just
not
mark
bad
down
at
you
all.
have 6
Right.
damage off you. That'll be the same for Toucan and Miss Titanic. Of course, they are much less survivable. Let's see here. I think I should give them their own rolls, just to be fair. As you're rolling, Rock, you hear Miss Toucan squawk really loudly. You briefly see her, and it looks like her arm just like snaps as she hits the actual rock. Her arm snaps and she screeches. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Titanic. She looks a lot more sturdy. She hits the same rock and crashes into Toucan, but she doesn't look like she broke an arm or anything from what you can see. But you're flying so fast, it's really hard to tell for more than a split second. Eventually,
yeah. Well, like we like do Miss Toucan is as our redislocated her arm, so she use it again.
right? So. And you roll to eventually you roll to a stop, and like you hit something hard and everything goes black.
Morning, that was up the time.
To the others, eventually the escape pod stops rolling as you're all hanging on for dear life. Like it deposits you all out at the very end, right before it bounces and rolls off pretty much off a cliff, and just kind of tumbles down into a canyon. And you're all just kind of laying there at the edge of the canyon looking over like, oh my gosh, that was almost us. As the escape pod just bounces down into this canyon and just like explodes at the bottom. So yeah, you're all very dizzy, but it looks like everyone's accounted for, except for the Rock, Toucan, and Titanic, who you don't know where they're at. What are you guys doing? You're under a blue sky. You're surrounded by reddish brown dirt, You see various plants. You see what we would know as a cactus, and yeah, there's a canyon behind you. The rest of it's all like kind of flat plains.
Just because of the visual, I'm doing the Conan pose that is my picture with an elf hanging off of me.
Very sturdy.
You're sturdy.
Yes, we should go find the others.
Yeah, like I want to take stock of everyone that's like nearby that stayed in the pod, just to make sure that everyone's okay.
Yeah, everyone looks worse for wear, but everyone's there except for Titanic, Toucan, and the Rock. I think at this point the most damage you guys have to you is your shock value, to say the least, and you're dizzy. But other than that, you seem to be in one piece each.
Gathering my wits about me, I remember that we are not really supposed to impact the people that we meet on this place very much, or whatever it is we meet on this place very much, and probably our broken safe pod could.
Possibility.
And maybe
I think
even
the
we
original-
could. Who knows? So I mentioned that to my fellow travelers.
Yeah, maybe we could pull the pod from the cliff's edge. I think we made a ruckus. Oh, it did? Oh.
It tumbled over and exploded at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh.
Okay, so
we're definitely going to need some shelter.
Yeah, because it is about as hot as it's been today in this area, like 120 degrees. You know, kind of really hot, maybe even hotter.
Did anyone see where our companions went?
There's probably skid marks. We just go back and hopefully they're in one piece.
I'm examining your clothing with that remark.
My clothing?
Yeah, there might be skid marks. Sorry.
I am high elf. We are very clean. It smells
We
like
don't
pine.
poop? What the fuck?
Yeah.
There. We're
How
above
dare
that.
you insinuate that? That's something for the lesser races.
Alright, yeah. I start walking back toward their definite, impact and, drag march from where the pod bounced across the surface.
Give me a perception check just to make sure you're.
Try to look for, a trail, like a cloud of feathers from where, this toucan landed.
Yeah, give me perception for it.
At the mercy of raw rolls of the city.
You see feathers, but they do not appear to be black feathers like Miss Toucan. They're like a grayish tan, and then as you're looking and starting to follow those feathers, you see a crushed bird of some sort. Not a humanoid bird, just like an actual big bird with like a wide wingspan, and it looks like it was crushed by your escape pod rolling. It is completely dead.
Oh, man.
And as you're looking down at that, you look into the sky and you see a bunch of other birds just like that one circling.
The good news is you found dinner.
The bad news is I think Dinner's friends found dinner as well.
Yeah, so let's hope they're not dinner. It was keep going down the skid marks, just calling out their names.
Are you okay if we all do a perception looking for where they went?
Go for it. Everyone who wants to search, do a perception. Who hasn't already done a perception?
Look at those birds. They are wonderful. What are those things? I'm obviously not looking for our crewmate. Ooh, look at this rock. Is that the plant?
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Salazar, you're very distracted by everything. Torek, Barney, and especially Nazoon. I guess the rock isn't searching, or is just following.
Yeah, I'm searching. Yeah, no, I'm searching.
I thought we were searching for the rock.
Well, they can search.
I'm searching for you guys too.
I mean, what he's doing over there at this point, he's awake, but.
He's also seeing the same rock.
He slips and sets his head again. He's back unconscious.
Okay,
Okay, so Torek, Barney, and Nazoon, especially Nazoon, like you guys are like looking around, and you're like, oh, let's go this way, and let's go this way, and Nazoon's like, right over there. See, I see him. I see the rock right there, because you see the reflection of the sun off his head.
There he is. That's not just some normal rock. That's the rock.
Yeah. It's right ahead, dude. It's right ahead.
The rocks over here are very interesting. Look.
So you guys head that direction, and it takes about 10 minutes of walking, but you do make it over to where you find the rock laying on top of Toucan, which seems to be a common theme nowadays. She is unconscious. He is unconscious. Miss Titanic is like starting to get up, but you can tell right away, that Miss Toucan, her arm is like broken, like it's like bent the wrong way completely.
Ouch.
I do a heal check on her.
Sure.
If that helps. Nope. I don't know, Bird.
You gotta like help to like get it to touch her arm, and like you just kind of like you hear it crack when you move her arm, and you're like, "Oops." Good thing she was unconscious.
Her arm.
I want to try to snap it back into place while saying two can play at that game.
Give me a heal check.
Oh damn. She lose her arm.
Give me a heal check and a punch check.
She's gonna lose her arm, man.
We
Oh.
They lost her arm, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh no.
she wakes up screeching, and like her arm is looks like it's not going to be of any use for a long time. She's just like crying, like sobbing, like, oh, it hurts. I've never broken a bone before, and I think it's broken in like 15 places.
He broke it.
She's like, I hate you. She just cries. Captain Starpuncher, who is with you guys, by the way, she goes over and she starts like kneeling down by Toucan, trying to help her. Miss Titanic gets up and she's like looking around, and she's a water genasi. She's not happy in this desert climate.
Oh shit.
She like looks like she's sweating very badly, and she looks very not healthy. And
offer her some water.
If you give her some water, that'll use her water skin.
I feel sad about it, but I've done it.
Alright. So yeah, if you give her the water skin, she doesn't drink it. She pours it all over herself. So thank you. It's too much heat. We gotta find shelter.
Yes. So it's more of a desert terrain.
Yes, you are in the desert.
Any hills, foothills, in the distance?
They're way, way, way far in the distance. You do see like what do you call them? The giant stone pillars that are in the desert, buttes or something like that. The ones that are flat on top. Yeah.
Is anybody gonna smack the rock to wake him up or what?
I think we need to stop trying to fix that arm.
Yeah.
Smack the rock, man. Smack the rock. Come on, smack the rock. Wake him up.
And unless you have a potion or something, which Yeah, I think for now we let her heal on her own.
Poor Rock. He's just laying there.
Yeah, I'm laying there. You guys are smacking me, waking me up. Come on,
You want me to pick you up?
No, it said smack me in the face to wake me up.
Oh, I thought you were already awake.
No, I wasn't.
No, he hit his head again.
Oh, okay. We'll give him a little slap on the face. I thought he was already up.
It wakes me up.
Yes.
He wakes up.
Don't worry, I'm a doctor. I'll fix it.
Heel punch.
This toucan's cursing. The F he is.
Fine, guys. I'll hit my own wounds. Alright, I'll hit my own wounds. It's all good. It's all good.
Enough of this. None of you know how to fix this arm.
Okay, but we do need to find shelter. We'll worry about the arm in a bit. No offense there. I understand the arm is very painful. But we need to get out of the heat.
Yes.
Nighttime will come. We need to maybe get out of view and then hatch a plan.
The best thing I could think of is going to the shady side of a butte and waiting until nightfall when it's cooler, and then we can scout out some more. But this heat is going to kill us. We need to get out of the sun.
Perhaps if I get up a bit higher, I can see farther. Perhaps we can see some water or something.
That's yet another reason to walk towards the buttes. Let's get moving.
I kind of want to use my telekinetic leap. Since I can fly up to 5 squares.
Okay, so it's like 30 feet.
Yeah, buttes like hundreds.
Yeah, they're pretty tall. I mean, it's also pretty far away right now, so you'd have to. First.
I'm more just looking for like water or like any like water source. Wait, you said that our thing fell into a canyon?
Yes, there's a canyon back, like about 10 minutes behind you.
That's the other option, is go down into the canyon out of the sun.
Yes, the canyon would likely have, or at least would be the most likely water source around.
The low point, yes. Let's go back towards the canyon.
Would you allow a quick scan if anything else is picked up on surroundings?
Yeah, you can give me a
Because
check.
survival training, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, just kidding as my computer freezes. Ignore that, I guess.
Well, if anyone else wants to give me some kind of a check you believe would help navigate a desert, if you can justify it, I will let you use it.
Pretty good at intimidate. Do you think I could scare a rock into telling me to swear?
You might be able to scare the rock, but I don't know about a rock.
I think there used to be a street here, so streetwise.
It's too wise.
Can I nature it?
Yeah, you can nature.
Okay.
You know that generally the best thing to do is what you were thinking. You guys are thinking about the canyon, going down and trying to find a water source near the bottom of the canyon. Other than that, there's not much else. You know that you realize that there's probably a lot of dangerous wildlife out here, considering those birds are pretty big and wouldn't be out here unless there was something to eat. So you think you should get moving.
Let's get down.
Okay, so we start moving, or at least I start moving towards the canyons, understanding that's a group consensus.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys all head towards the canyon, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head back towards the canyon. You make it to the canyon. Like several minutes later. You look over, and it's a good like 100 feet down. There are some places where it looks like you might be able to climb, But right now, from where you're at, you can't see an exact spot that would get you down easily. Imagine the canyons to your left, so it's west. You could go north up the canyon or south down the canyon. If you're looking at a map, it'd be north or south.
Do we see a map?
No, there's no map, unfortunately.
I don't have a map. Oh, there is no map. Okay.
There's a map stream.
Does the environment look different between like the looking north and south? Like, is it like different geography or anything?
Just the only thing you can really tell the differences is the north are those buttes, kind of like northeast from where you're at now.
Mhm.
Other than that, it looks pretty much the same in both directions. Just desert, sand, cacti.
I would say that we would want to go the opposite direction of the high point because water would run down. So if the buttes are to the northwest, I'm thinking we should go south.
Right.
Just out then.
Yeah.
All right. So you head
Well-
south, unless you have something else.
So we're at the edge of the canyon,
Yes.
but our concern is we might not be able to get down.
Yes, because it's about 100 feet up and maybe more. You estimate that's what it is. And there's no easy place to climb down. You might be able to climb down here, but it's not going to be simple.
Okay. And do we see water down below?
You look over the edge, and you don't see water really from this point. I mean, you see there's definitely shade down there, but you don't. From where you're at, you can't really see any water.
Okay. Well, I just let them know I have rope, but it won't get us down that far.
Yeah, I mean I have rope as well, but well,
It's
I have
on
50
50 foot
feet.
rope. It's on 50 foot rope. It's on it goes down there.
And then if you have a 50-foot rope, that's 100 foot.
We go tied to the cactus.
Yeah.
But there'd be one person, like, I don't know that we can affix it to anything, right?
Oh, there's a cactus. It might hold, it might not.
It has roots.
Yeah, cactus.
It does. I mean, it is like a tree, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever, actually, now that I'm thinking about this, has anyone actually ever seen a picture of the root system of a cactus? Because I am drawing a complete blank.
Yeah,
Damn.
it is kind of like, but it's a shallow root system. That's the thing. But
So
they
we
can
just-
Does it not go deep? Does it go out?
It's
Okay.
really
Goes
shallow.
wide
It's really
versus
shallow.
out.
It's really shallow. It's really shallow.
So how far down was this again?
It's at least 100 feet.
Okay, and how much ropes do we have?
I have a rope. Mark has a rope. Check your bag if you have a explorer's pack. You may already have a rope.
Well, I've got a rope. I'm wondering, you guys want me to go halfway down while you hold the rope, and I'll be the anchor at the halfway point.
You could do that. I mean, the only hard one is going to be the bird with the broken arm.
Well, I'm thinking we might have to, like,
Lower her.
harness.
If she can hold on to me, I can carry her down. She's just way enough to do anything to me.
Get tired.
I'm happy to be an anchor at the halfway point.
Do we want to have this as, like, the plan or, like, the backup plan if there's nothing?
Either way, I think we want to get out of the sun.
Okay.
So getting down would probably be better than hiking in the sun to find a path down. So
Sure.
this is the plan, I'm guessing.
Can you?
I offer my rope. I take it out.
Find the biggest, tallest cactus that's near the canyon edge.
Alright, let's see. You find a 7-foot tall cactus.
Might as well
It's,
test.
Yeah, it's not far from the edge. It's like several feet back.
You could go ahead and lasso it and just pull and see How much can I drag? I could drag 900 pounds. I mean, I'm just gonna give it a nice, good, hefty pull to make sure it can hold. Who's the biggest guy? The Rock and Barney?
I weigh 291.
Oh, I weigh 300, so I weigh more than you.
Damn.
300 pounds of rock, yeah.
Come pull on this rope and see if this cactus will hold you.
Alright, cool.
300 pounds of rock is a weight.
Well, like, as I am an 8-foot tall Goliath, though, man. That's why 300 pounds is kind of like...
Yeah, that's fair. Never mind.
I'm an 8-foot tall Goliath, man.
So are you gonna pull? Are you trying to pull hard?
Yeah, I am.
Give me an athletics check. All right. You pull on that cactus very hard, and it seems like it's about to come out of the ground, but it doesn't. It just barely stays rooted for some crazy reason. It's not being pulled out of the ground.
I think this is a good one. Maybe we should start, and we'll just let him go last.
Let me go last. You guys don't you? It's all good. It's all good. I don't care. You guys go first.
Add more cactuses and rope to support your weight. Like spread among a bunch of cactuses.
Don't worry. You guys go first. It's okay.
And somebody could maybe also hold the rope with the cat.
We could hold the rope while people make their way down. It's just when he goes, he might be by himself.
Yeah, I'll hold the rope for you. Listen, brother. Oh, sorry, wrong character.
Is he all holding? Bernie's all holding now. Are you holding now, Bernie, or what?
Yeah, I'll hold the rope for the rock after everyone else goes down.
I am. I forgot I am strong too. Okay, so I can help with the bird and tie her like a backpack and carry her down.
All right. So whoever is going first, give me an athletics check as you're going down the rope.
Let's go first.
No,
I can.
I mean, I can go first. But then do we just go down the 50 feet and use a second rope? Or are we tying?
I think we're tying so we can get all the way down.
Okay. I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Very nervous. Okay, I'm clicking. Oh!
Damn.
As you start to climb down the rope, and you kind of trip, and you stumble, and you go over the edge like at a wrong angle, but you barely hold on. You don't make any way down, but you catch yourself before you fall to your doom.
Awesome.
All right, who's next?
Nice.
I'll get.
Mizuno stand at the top. I'll be ready to give my ally a telekinetic leap if they're about to fall. So I think that they're about to fall.
Okay.
All right,
explain
cool.
what that does to whoever assists you, so the party knows.
Yeah. It says I target one ally, and the target can fly up to 5 squares.
What's the range?
You must remain in line of sight at all times. Range 10. I'm guessing it's 10.
Okay, sick.
That's
tiles?
50 feet. 50 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so that means anybody has a slight chance, better chance of survival if they start to fall.
I think I'll actually go down with the bird and just tell Nizun save that for others. I might be able to just rough it down as long as I go really high.
Okay.
Because I am strengthy.
All right, Salazar, you're basically climbing on this rope like it's it's just as easy as walking. It's so easy for you. You just slide down the rope, and the bird's screaming her head off in your ear, but you make it down 50 feet.
Make a comment. I guess the little one didn't pack her feet when we left the ship. Okay, then I'll keep the bird down there, and I'll stabilize the rope on the bottom end, and hopefully that helps.
All right. Who's going next?
I think Miss Titanic should go next, just to get her out of the sun faster.
She looks at the rope and she just shakes her head. She's like, "I ain't going next. I don't trust that yet."
Okay, I'll go next.
All right, Corinth, you make it look even easier. You're only like one hand sliding down the rope, and you're perfectly fine.
Okay.
You stick the landing and everything. Just like you see a gopher out in the distance hold up a sign that says 10. Okay, yeah.
We could be lowering people down.
I was going to offer, but Miss Titanic doesn't trust it. She's not going to trust it, like, holding on to me. If she's not going to trust it by herself.
Right. Let's go to the next with Torg on his back.
Do we have 4 ropes? Because whoever's climbing could also hold an extra one.
I do not have a rope.
I have 1. Susie is there 2 so far.
So me and Torek, and then you make 3 ropes. And we're using 2 of them.
Yeah, who else has? Anyone else have a rope?
I do not.
Yeah,
Does anyone else have a rope?
Yeah, Rogue has a rope.
Okay.
Because we'd need 3 of them to get down the 100 feet, right? Because we've got some of it tied around.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a specific climber's kit, or just do you have rope?
Let's see.
Okay.
Because
No,
if
I
anyone,
took Adventurer's pack.
No, there's more rope. It's all more rope.
okay, because a climber's kit would grant a +2 on the check, but if you do not have a climber's kit,
No.
Ooh, I have grappling hooks.
Grabbing was work.
That would definitely help secure a rope.
Yeah, birds are down there though. He has to go back up, dude.
Well,
Secure the rope.
Don't worry, if you fall, I'll catch you with this, holding up a grappling hook.
Alright,
Oh my.
Awesome, I'll try again.
Yeah.
All right, Torque, let's do it this time.
All right. Nope. No, I'm not, guys. I'm not doing it.
The dogs to do. The dogs to tell you to climb on his back and it'll go down with you.
You may already be down in the canyon. Let's just.
Yes, the rocks go
Let's
next.
see.
The other rocks go next, anyways.
How does healing surges work?
Torque, you fall, but you manage to grab a hold of the rope, and you're flailing. You grab the rope, you fall. You grab the rope, you fall. You're panicking, kicking your legs, and then suddenly you realize that you're being held by Corinth. And you have no idea how you get down that fast. But you're there. Corinth is holding you.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I think it's okay.
I'm slightly less scared of you now. I say it loud, but
Let go of the rope.
I don't let go of the rope for a minute. But eventually.
Just kind of walk away from the rope, and she just kind of pulls it away.
So seeing this, yeah, actually, I'm gonna do the plan B where I'm gonna go climb the rope again 50 feet and go to the midpoint to assist people on the way down. So I'll climb back.
Yeah. They're always going to next. So watch out.
Yeah, let me climb back up 50 feet, and
Give me another athletics. You make it. It's not too hard to climb up the rope.
They're always going to next now. They're always going to roll now.
Well, we have Miss Titanic and Captain Starpuncher.
That's true. Yeah, they go first. Yeah, that's true. Damn, Starpuncher.
Starpuncher says, he says, I'll go. I'll take up the rear. Just kind of trying to gather myself. And Titanic shrugs. It's like, fine, I'll go next. I trust it now. And Miss Titanic will go next. Let me get her thing. See how well she can climb. Miss Titanic. Okay, let's see. Does she have athletics? She does not. So we'll just do this. Miss Titanic goes over the edge and she grabs the rope and she starts to climb down, and a scorpion crawls onto her hand. And she freaks out and lets go. Who is at the halfway point?
I am. Salazar.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, damn.
Acrobatics?
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
This is not good.
Yeah, that's not even...
Ouch.
Grappling hook? Question mark?
Miss Titanic falls. Salazar tries to grab her. He manages to get her hand, but it's like enough to slow her down a bit. But she just slips through his fingers and continues to fall. And she tumbles the last 50 feet.
Can I try to catch?
You can acrobatics.
Come on. Let's see.
Damn.
Come on. Okay. It's gonna...
Go team.
Damn. Oh,
my sweet lord.
she's right dead now.
She's unconscious. She's not dead, but she's definitely unconscious.
That's good. That's good, at least.
Is she... Let's see.
Knowing how well we fix that arm, I have very little confidence in our ability to fix this.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna slide down then. And when I'm within range...
It's just like... You come down, like, yeah, my job's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down, and when I'm within, I guess 0.5 feet of her, I can say, no, you did a good job. You did really you did really good. You almost made it perfect, like a perfect landing. And I'm gonna cast Inspiring Word at her.
Okay, that's good. She was literally 1 point from death.
Yeah, and so she'll get a healing surge plus that.
All right, so let's see. Let's see. 20. Okay, so she has about 9 health now.
Okay, so it's like, no, you did very good, very good. That's just, nerves. It's hard to stick the landing, and this is soft earth. It's okay. It's okay.
She curses and says, "I knew I shouldn't have trusted it." And she's
it's cooler down here.
She gives a thumbs up, but she's like laying there like dazed. She's got like blood all over her face, and she looks like she's okay-ish, but she's alive. That's a good thing. That's what happens when you roll a natural one when you're climbing down a rope.
Pretty much. Death is also on here.
And if I had rolled one higher, she would have died. Okay, sure.
We're doing well. Lost a ship, lost one of the crew, lost an automaton, but this one's hanging on, so.
That is
Lost a rabbit.
Does it just show the 22 on you guys' screen?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, it dragged the result down from the window. That's what I rolled. Damage she just took. Falling.
Sweet lord.
It does.
Double.
Now we have 2 22s.
But it's strange. That didn't even do anything. Anyway,
It's weird.
so she took 22 more damage. No.
Wait, no, hold on.
Definitely did.
Scorpion, man.
It's a good thing it didn't sting her. If it had stung her, she would have been gone for sure. Anyway, who's left up there?
Mr. Can is going down me because
No, Toucan's down with. I took her down.
Oh,
So it's just you and Carpenter.
Captain.
Yeah, Capitan.
All right, fine. The rocks are going down next.
All right, give me athletics.
Oh damn, this is gonna suck.
Oh,
You make it down really easy. You are like super.
That's not too bad.
You also stick the landing. You almost land on Miss Toucan, but you know.
Oh, let's go.
So now it comes down to the last person, Captain Star Puncher. She walks over to the edge and looks up down the rope, and she looks down at you guys and kind of just stares for a few seconds, and she starts to kneel to get towards the rope, and suddenly the sky lights up in a flash of light. You all look to the sky and you see.
Sorry, one sec, check. Sorry, I'm still up there.
Are you still up there?
Yeah, I was holding the rope for everyone.
Nizuna is still up there too.
well, then
Well, as you're doing this, she's like, you see this, the light flashes in the sky, and you see wreckage of the ship raining down onto the planet. And Star Puncher immediately bolts towards the wreckage. She does not climb down that rope. She runs as fast as you've ever seen a dwarf run. What do you do, Barney?
Should I go after her or come with you?
Um.
Can I try to? I've got my grappling hook on a rope.
That would be a weapon. That'd be like a weapon attack, so that might hurt her.
Yeah.
No, she's going
I don't
to try to
know.
get the Philosopher's Stone. She needs to get that back. So just let her get it.
But it's going to be raining down wreckage all over this planet, not just in the nearby vicinity. So
True.
I think it's better we stick together, and maybe we need to bring her with us forcefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grappling hook, like grab her legs or something.
All right. Give me a ranged basic attack.
Okay. Combat. There we go.
It's rolled in the window.
Range. Oh, cool. +0. Great.
Let me see what her AC is. Where is Star Puncher? Where is she? Is she not in the combat tracker? Oh, there she is. Okay, let's see. Her AC is. Oh, you missed. She has a 16 AC.
Fast little dwarf.
Actually, do you have add your strength modifier to that?
Oh, geez, that's a +5.
Okay, yeah, you definitely conquer in the back of the head. Give me a D4 plus your strength mod damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll a regular D4 +5. There you go, 8.
All right. You conquer in the back of the head, and she stumbles and falls to her knees, and she's pointing the stone, and she's just kind of hanging out there for a second, and she starts to get back up.
We're so on repeat, but come with me if you want to live. It's just gonna be on repeat.
Stone can wait. We must survive.
Yeah. Can I hook her with the grappling hook and drag her back?
Before you do that,
Okay.
another piece of wreckage flies right over your guys' head, like 50 feet above your heads, and heads down towards the canyon, and goes not into the canyon, but like across it, and it crashes on the other side of the canyon, like not down in there with you guys, but like up on the other side. A huge explosion of dust and dirt, the shockwave of which knocks knocks Star Puncher down. And Barney, give me an endurance to stay standing.
Get down. Endurance. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, the shockwave like hits you, and you skid back a few feet, but you're perfectly fine. You don't fall over. What you see though, what only you and Star Puncher can see from where you're at, is probably about a mile in the distance, maybe a little more. You see a blue light shoot into the sky from where the wreckage came from. Star Puncher says, "That's the stone. We have to go get it. We have to go get it now."
We will. We must keep you safe.
We need that stone if any of the inhabitants of this planet get it. You don't understand what could happen.
We must take cover while this wreckage is raining down. Stay alive, then we recover the stone.
Give me diplomacy.
Oh man, like anything else.
Well, if you want to try to
Should have
withstand it.
Oh man, should have threatened.
I thought that was one.
She she runs to the rope and grabs it and like dives over to try to get down because she's trying to get over across as fast as she possibly can, as fast as she dwarvenly can, I guess you could say. All right, let me see. Who's going to give her athletics check to climb? Does she have athletics?
So she's going down the rope?
Yeah. And she slips. And she falls and tumbles, and somehow it gets wrapped around her ankle, and she ends up hanging upside down and slams into the cliff wall, taking a bit of damage. Okay, she took 3 damage from slamming face first into a cliff wall. And she's dazed, but she's hanging there.
How far up is she?
She's still about 40 feet up.
Only 40. I'll climb up after.
Alright. So you go up, and I'm going to say it's easy enough to get her down. I mean,
What? A dwarven taking a big stone to the face is like a Friday night. She's okay.
Oh my god.
You get her down, and then finally, like she's like just kind of like sputtering. You're like, we have to get the stone. We have to get the stone. And she's like trying to like get away from you and go across the canyon to the other wall, and which is about 100 feet across. Do you try to stop her? Anybody?
Yeah, I just try to hold on to her. Try to no.
Give me
Go ahead.
give me a strength check, like with just pure strength, I guess. Which would be a grapple, sort of, I guess. Yeah, you easily just grab her, like lift her off the ground by her coat, and she's like flailing, trying to get away, but she can't get away. That leaves.
Okay, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Can I roll intimidation to try to like make her stop moving?
Yes.
I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna roll.
Alright, you roar at her.
Scream.
Let's see. What would that be against? She does not have. Let's give her. Let's say that's against her will, and you succeed. She just kind of like goes like squeaks like a mouse, like and just goes quiet. But she's still staring at.
I'm going to set you down. I'm going to set you down, and you're not going to run into the burning metal that's falling from the sky.
Fine, but we have to get that stone as soon as possible.
And that's going to be when the burning metal is not falling from the sky.
She spits and curses and fine. But if
all right, set her down.
She says if something gets that stone, it's all on your heads.
All right.
And let's see, Barney, you're still up there?
Yep.
Nizun is also up there.
Oh, the Zune is also up there. Okay.
Hmm?
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Zoom, get down.
I suppose I should. Otherwise, people are going to continue falling to their almost death.
I'll
They're
start climbing
fine. They're fine.
Yeah, I'm holding the rope. I don't trust the cactus. I'm holding until you're down, man.
Is it athletics?
Yes.
Oh no!
You're starting to climb. You're starting to climb down, and as you're doing that, Barney's all like, "I don't trust this cactus. I'm holding the rope," and he grabs the rope and jerks it, and you slip and you fall. Give me an acrobatics check.
Nice, my second best. I mean, worst.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't. If that's your second best, I'd want to see yours.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried if that was your second best. Does that mean your athletics is your first best? Um,
No.
you grab the rope and like it burns your hands as you're skidding, like going down. So you're gonna take a little bit of damage, but you're not gonna fall to your death. So we're gonna give you, let's see, you take 4 fire damage to your hands because your hands are burned from skidding on the
Ooh.
rope. So just mark down you have 4 damage on your wounds.
Why would anyone soak a rope in kerosene?
It's okay. We brought the water genasi. Go touch her.
Please don't just touch the water. Gossi.
Consent. Ask for consent.
All right.
Yeah, my hand. Do you think you could hold it down for me?
She holds out her arm. She's like, touch my arm. Fine, get it over with.
Jeez.
And her skin is surprisingly cool and refreshing. Okay, Barney, what are you doing up there? You got to trust the cactus now.
I'm so sorry, I have to say it. This is all very touching, but I must get down.
Roll a 1.
Okay, I'm going for actually like one-handed rope swing. If I had a machine gun, it would be going. Okay.
Really
Athletics,
don't
yeah?
roll a 1. Yeah, really don't roll a 1.
Yeah!
You had one job. You had one job.
Remember before when I used to have advantage on climbing rolls, but that changed this session?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are good times.
I remember that, Barney.
Oh, it's not bad.
Climbing up is doing really well.
So,
Do not trust the cactus.
As we end our session for the night, Barney
Goddamn.
plummets into the canyon and
Oh god.
takes only 12 damage. So that puts you. So I give yourself 12 more damage, Barney. I believe you are still awake even. Not too harmed. Wow, you got lucky there. But Barney just lands like face first in the dirt, and like a huge cloud of dirt flies up in the air, and Barney's like just laying there groaning.
I don't know. He made it down. He made it down. I made it down. It's just a rope. What is wrong with you people? Hand over hand. Hand over hand.
So hard.
This is the worst rope trick.
You know what? It was a beautiful. I mean, you like did a little swan dive, and you did manage to tuck it all in before hitting. So I'm gonna do my aspiring word on him again.
Okay.
Don't trust the cactus. Just face first dive.
I am right now. I'm not trusting some of our strongest members who should know how to climb a rope. I mean, where's the inspiration?
It's a very intense situation. Let's not judge too hard.
A lot of stress. A lot of stress.
And then you get
Keep
that.
getting to it.
Okay, Barney, you get the healing surge plus
4 more.
So that was to Barney?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Thanks, man.
Well, after our escapades of climbing, or lack thereof, down a rope, we are going to end the session for tonight at exactly 11:30 my time. You have all made it into the canyon. It appears the Philosopher's Stone may possibly be across the canyon and maybe a mile in the distance. Captain Starpuncher is not happy. Titanic is very not happy. And Toucan is very, very not happy. So no one's happy, except maybe the halfling. Halflings are always happy. And yeah, we will pick up in, let's see, what's the date? 2 weeks from now. It's not a holiday, is it? Shouldn't be.
No.
I don't think so.
The week after.
All right, then 2 weeks from now.
12th or 14th.
10
2
days
weeks
after.
from, yeah. 2 weeks from today, we will pick up where we left off just now.
It is a holiday. It's Bastille Day in France.
Oh no!
Who's in?
All my plans right there.
I got to put bunting up and everything.
Who's gonna ruin it for the rest of us? Who's in France?
I don't think anybody is.
I do okay.
Is that what you said?
Right. So yeah, was everyone good for that?
Yep.
So
That was great.
I my damage. There's no way you still know that, is there?
Sorry, what?
I took damage when I fell, right?
You don't. I think you caught yourself. I don't think you took damage.
Yeah,
Corinth caught me. Okay, so I didn't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you didn't take any damage. Your halflings are lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact,
Yay.
no, I guess it's an attack. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Okay, awesome.
Thank you. Sweet.
Thank you for the session. It's great.
I hope everyone
Yeah,
had a lot of
yeah,
fun.
that was really good.
I'm not convinced we'll ever make it out of the cannon.
Yeah.
Maybe there's stairs on the other side.
Yeah, now we have to get back up.
The best news is I planned so far ahead that you guys didn't even get anywhere near the surface of that, so I don't have to do planning this next 2 weeks. Yay.
Nice. Now you can really focus on it if you want to.
Let's go down the canyon instead of for the stone.
Well, you guys can go wherever you want next. Yeah, it's up to you.
We build a shelter and stay here.
Our life now.
I go back up the side of the canyon we just got down.
That's something.
And then the space beholder shoots a laser beam at the planet.
Space beholder.
Oh no.
And we have that's no moon.
I was about to make a Death Star joke. Come on.
Alrighty.
Surprise, it's a Marvel crossover. Here comes Galactus. Oh.
Wait, no, that's not that one.
Level 1, we can take it.
And then the boom tubes open.
Good night, everybody.
And good night.
Good
night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
See ya 2 weeks or sooner.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
That was a cool one. Thanks, man.
I'm glad everybody had
Enjoyed
fun.
it. Did you see my private message to you? That one popped in my head. Please use it.
I have not seen it yet because I am on 2 computers. One is on Discord, one's on Fantasy Grounds, and I am only got a mouse for one at the moment.
Yeah, I know where my head's at. It's a dangerous place. They've just been freaking going tonight.